Hey, good morning, guys. So I guess I'll go ahead. So we should be here for 30 minutes or less, just like description on what we are to do, basically. So, all right. So basically, we are going to be looking at a new project. It's for an online retail store. Okay, we want to look at let me be sure what I'm saying. Okay. All right, so there's an online retail store that has been doing well few over the past few years, and the sales has been good. So they've hired us as a consultant, consultant, right? Data analyst consultant to review their data and provide insights that will be valuable to the CEO and the CMO, that is Chief Executive Officer and Chief Marketing Officer of the business. So they've been performing well, right? They don't have any issue with their sales or marketing so far. And the management wants to analyze the major factors that are contributing to the revenue, okay, so that they can plan strategically for next year, right? So give me a moment. The management wants to plan strategically for next year. So they're interested in viewing the metrics from both operations and marketing perspective, right? And they also intend to expand the business, and they are interested in seeking guidance into areas that are performing well, just like comparative cost advantage. Comparative cost advantage states that, okay, so I'm talking from the business and commerce accounting point of view. So it states that whatever it is you're doing well, you should focus your resources on that area, okay, so that you can have an advantage over others. For example, if Nigeria are good at exporting, let's say Nigeria grow cocoa, right? And we grow cocoa locally here. Then Ghana grows coffee, and coffee is a product that gives Ghana more profits. Cocoa gives Nigeria more profits. Nigeria should focus more of their resources on cocoa, while Ghana should focus more of their resources on coffee rather than the other way around. Because if Ghana should focus their resources on cocoa instead of coffee, they are going to be killing the potential coffee has in giving them more money, right? So that's comparative cost advantage. Put more of your resources on what is giving you extra profits. Then you can get extra profit, right? So the company wants to adopt that kind of method. So they want to expand, and they're interested in looking at areas that are performing well so they can have a clear focus of what's working and what's not working, right? They would also like to view different metrics based on demographic information that is available in the data. So demographic information could be country, that's location. Then we have sex, which is male or female. Then we have age groups. These are demographic information. We have industry, where these people are working, stuff like that. Something that you can actually categorize on or put in different categories. So those of us that worked on the human resources data sets, and we're able to group their data via age groups, let's say reasons, absenteeism reasons, all those kind of stuff. Those are demographic information, something that you can use to separate a group of people, one group of people from another, right? So we don't know the kind of demographic information we have on this data set, but the company, they're telling us to give them metrics based on demographic information. So we're going to find that out when we look into the data set, right? Then, okay. So a meeting with the CEO and the CMO has been scheduled for next month, right? So we need to draft the relevant analytics and insight. So instead of next month, we're looking at next week. So the meeting with the CEO and the CMO has been scheduled for next week. So let's say Friday, right? Okay, that would, and they want us to draft the relevant analytics and insights that would help evaluate the current business performance and also suggest metrics that would enable them make the decision on expansion, right? So, and what they're telling us is that we should try to think from the perspective of the CEO and perspective of the CMO, because CEO and CMO, they look at information differently. CEO looks at information in a perspective that they need to know what's working, what's giving them money. Let me put it that way. They're concerned about money, revenue, what part of the business is giving them revenue, right? Why a CMO is concerned about what part of the business attracts people, because marketing deals with people, relationships. If you don't have good relationships with your target audience, you can't do effective marketing. If you don't even know your target audience, you can't do effective marketing, right? So they view information differently, and they actually consume and expect insights differently. Okay, so what works for the CEO might not even work for the CMO, right? So, all right. So our task is, I'm going to be sending this in the mail, right? I think it should even be in a document, so I don't type too much in the mail. Okay, so our task is to prepare draft questions that are relevant to both the CEO and CMO, right? This preparation will be a guide as we prepare our presentation, okay, towards the end of this project. So for this task, we are required to draft the questions, and we are also required to think qualitatively and quantitatively, okay? Qualitatively and quantitatively. I'm going to explain that later on. Also, a data set has been given to us, so we can use as the basis for our exploration. I'm going to be sharing this data set with you guys. It's quite a lot of rows. I think maybe 20,000 rows or so. But you are data analyst, so 20,000 rows is smaller. Then we are also meant to review the data, taking note of what information has been provided, what insights we can garner, and what is relevant to both the CEO and the CMO respectively. So what is relevant to the CEO might not be relevant to the CMO. Okay. What is relevant to the CMO might not be relevant to the CEO. The CEO doesn't care about people. The CEO cares about money. So we need to show him where he's giving us money. Then, so we have to create a set of 4 questions. That's 4 questions for the CEO, 4 questions for the CMO, questions that we feel they should ask during the meeting, right? Create a set of 4 questions that you anticipate each business leader will ask and want to know the answers. So, okay, so make sure that the questions are different, but that's 4 for the CEO and 4 for the CMO. Then after that, the next thing we are okay. Please hold on. So the next thing we are expected to do after drafting those questions is now to go into insights and choosing the right visuals. We need to know what kind of visual will pass the information that can answer these questions, right? Then after choosing the right visual, the next thing we have to take into consideration is now creating effective visuals, right? Creating effective visuals. Then, okay. After creating effective visuals, then the last thing we are expected to do is communicating the insight and analysis, right? So divided into 4 different phases, right? So the first one is asking the right questions. So those of you that are always looking for how can I know what the problem statement is. I've read the problem statement to you. You just need to ask yourself, what question would really hit this problem statement on the neck? Okay, which is where you will need to have logical and analytical thinking. So one of the skills we're going to be looking at or trying to develop in this project is logical and analytical thinking. Okay, because whatever we do in the first phase of this project determines how the other steps will look like. So the first phase is actually like the foundation, is what we can build on. So first stage, we think about what questions we need to ask. The second stage is going to be now pondering, okay, now we have our questions. What visual do we think can answer this question? So if you're looking at overtime, you know it's a line plot. If you're looking at proportion, you know it's a pie chart. If you're looking at revenue, you know it's a bar chart, right? Then the third one is going to be now making these visuals. Okay, so that's where Power BI or maybe Excel comes in. So this time around, I'm not limiting it to Power BI. If you want to make your visuals using Excel, please go ahead, or Tableau, wonderful. Okay, wonderful, because I'm not going to be doing the visuals for anyone here. I'm not going to be sharing my screen, showing you how to do visuals. Once you are able to answer question 1 and question 2, I'll leave the step 3 for you to just freestyle on it, right? Once you're able to do 1 and 2, 3 won't be a problem, right? Then after that, we'll now go to step 4, which is where presentations, okay? That is where we're going to be having presentations. So the project will be divided into on a weekly. So 1 week is for thinking about your questions. The following week will be choosing your visuals. Then the third week will be making the visuals, and the final week is going to be presentations. Okay, but we are going to divide ourselves into groups. All right, we're going to divide ourselves into groups. You might want to think alone, but trust me, when you start thinking with people, you would actually cover a lot of things. So you might want to divide yourself. This set of people should think for the CMO. This set of people should think for the CEO. Then you guys will bring your questions together and brainstorm. Then you can tell me tell me your questions on Friday. Okay, we'll be meeting, but I would just want to know your questions on Friday. Tell me what they look like. I will let you know if it's good to go or if it's not good to go. All right, I'll let you know if you can polish it a little, but by Friday, we're going to have final decision on the questions that we're going to be going with for each group. Okay, then the following week, we'll start choosing the right visual, which means we're going to be having less screen practicals. So what you guys did in the human resource project is what we'll be doing more. All right, so we'll just come discuss. Then if you want to get me on a call with your team to discuss with you guys, brainstorm with you guys, give you insights, advice, just like Group G. Give them insights, they use more of cartoons and they actually used it. So it's wonderful. So if that's what you want, fine, get me on a call. But this time around, I want you guys to take step 1 and step 2 very seriously. That's the foundation and integral part of this project. Okay, once you're able to deal with that, trust me, you can call yourself a data analyst because 80% of the work is done with the head. 20% is where you can do it with visuals, right? So please, if you have a question concerning the project, what you think we should do, or how you think we should approach it for each group, please, I'm going to open the floor to, allow anyone to talk. And you can tell me to shut up if you want me to. So, okay, so I'm listening.
Hello, Daniel.
Hi, Izini. Good morning.
Yes, I just want to know, was there a brief, like did you send a brief about this project? Was it sent to the emails?
No, will be sent by the end of today.
Okay.
Okay, all right then. Kendi, go ahead with your question.
Okay, thank you, Daniel,
Yeah.
for this opportunity. What I want to know about the collaboration, I mean, the group, when is the group going to start collaborating? Are we doing immediately or after we have all gone through the question together? Are you sharing us with the group as soon as possible?
Yes, as soon as possible. As soon as possible.
Oh, okay.
Yes, as soon as possible. But yes, as a team. Yes, we are presenting as a team. Okay. You guys present as a team. That works better. Then for the team selection or who is going to be on your team, now it depends on you guys, how quick you guys can decide on who is taking part in this project, because I wouldn't want to select a group of people that are not active because of what we had last time. Yeah. So I'm going to do a call out on the group just immediately after this. So you guys have a time frame from now to 12 o'clock tomorrow to fill out the form, just the same form you filled up the last time. Fill out the form. Then once that is done, by the end of tomorrow, you should get your teams and all that. But today, I think all the project description, everything should be sent to your mail. So you can just have a view of it before the teams are shared. All right. CTX Technologies and Solution. Go ahead with your question.
Okay, all right. Good morning, Mr. Daniel. Good morning, everyone. Actually, I was not fortunate to be part of the HR project that was just concluded, so I'm just joining this now. The project description that you said to be sent to each mail. So I want to know, are we going to submit that mail to you, or you already have some mail? So I just want to know how to get the description and the data set to work on.
Okay. It depends. When you were joining the group, did you fill up a form to put in your details?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to go to the WhatsApp group project, the group description. Okay. Go to the group description. You should see a form there. Right. Fill up the form and that will capture your details. We'll handle that from there.
Okay. Sorry, thank you.
All right. Dada Onyidamola, go ahead.
Well done, Daniel. Well done. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Dada.
I don't know the right thing to do. That is presentation of the last one. I couldn't present because of the nature of my job.
Okay.
So I don't know to put the presentation at 10 a.m. I don't know if there's any opportunity for me to actually have a presentation, or I just work with my group while I work with the presentation. Just the presentation of my job. What I just want to
Okay. Well, basically, if you're not able to present, at least the idea is you must have been able to add one or two things to the project. Maybe you were part of the people that came up with questions or part of the people that made visuals. Yeah. One person, you guys will choose one person to do your presentations, right? Everyone might not necessarily project. So if you're 5 on a team and out of those 5 people, 2 people handle the presentation, why the other people were like major contributors to the visuals, fine, that's teamwork. Okay, so if you're not able to present, fine, just contribute to the project.
Yes, I really appreciate that. For the last group that I belong to, I not have active at all. I asked for their name, I tried to call some their number. I couldn't get their number. I couldn't reach out to them. So I don't know. Let's know the people that will be active, that are ready to actually who are long to the project. Not people that will just show interest and have a strong and just drop. I just want to work on that. I want every one of us to actually work on that.
All right then, no problem. As you've said, you just mentioned this now. I'll take it into very, very, very deep consideration. Okay, thank you. Okay, do we have any question? Okay, before we go ahead, so on how to think like a CEO and CMO and CGO and COO, all the OOs and the CCs, right? On how to think like them, I'm going to be sharing an information, okay, with you guys on resources where you can go and know how CEO thinks. It will help you in your thinking process, right? How CEO and CMOs think, so how business leaders think actually, right? So that should help you in your thinking process in case you're confused on how to get that. So in your mail, I will share that information for you so you can actually have all the assistance you need for this project. All right. So, and okay. Yeah, so basically that's all there is, unless you have a contribution to make to whatever we've discussed so far. Okay, please, I'm open to contributions to whatever we've discussed so far. And those in the mentorship group, I know this might be a lot for you because you have an ongoing project, a project which should start soon on SQL, the SQL project. But I'm sure you can do what we call time management and self-management. So you don't get yourself overwhelmed with everything. But at the end of the day, you will be happy you got involved in everything. Okay. So if you're having problem on how to manage yourself and manage your time, please reach out to me. I'll teach you how to do that. Okay, for those in the mentorship group. So right. Okay. And also, yeah, that reminds me, before I forget. And also we have a new cohort because our mails are filled with people and they have not even been replied yet because we actually don't even know what to tell them. So our mails are filled with people. So we have a new cohort starting on the 20th of February. Okay. New cohort starting on the 20th of February. So please, if you want to be, I'm going to drop the mail here. It's not my personal mail. So please don't send an email to my personal mail. I might not reply. So I'm going to drop the mail here. So to be part of the cohort, so please just send a mail, the new cohort coming in, send the mail, and the team in charge, because I'm definitely not the one in charge of that. So the team in charge will get back to you and all that. But for those in my current cohort, I'm the one in charge of that one. So, okay, Bumi, go ahead with your question. You had a question. Hello, Bumi. I thought your hand was raised. Okay. Okay. All right then. So okay, so for those wanting to be part of the new cohort, please reach out to them. They'll get back to you. The same resources, but probably might be a different person, but the same resources. But everything is all the same. You'll still be part of the general group doing the projects, just that you're going to be having more focus on step-by-step teachings for the courses you'll be doing, like the SQL, Power BI, all the terms will be explained. Okay. Why for the project, we're just doing the projects and explaining project phases. Okay, Kehinde, go ahead with your question.
Okay, Daniel, when you say cool, is it like you're mentoring or like
this doesn't really have a cohort. This general group, there's no cohort for it, right? Yeah, because it's always ongoing. It's always ongoing. Yeah, for the mentoring, is a new cohort coming up. Okay, yeah. And okay, so I just saw someone, Alexia Chidera. Okay, so this is Alexia Chidera. Wow. I saw this is the first time I'm seeing you in the real life project group, so don't mind me. I know all the names here, just yes. Okay, all right, guys, if we don't have a question, please just get ready for the mail that will be sent to you for this project. Everything I've discussed so far will be explained in the mail. And if you've not filled up the form so that I can capture your details, your mail, phone number, and everything, please go to the WhatsApp group. All right, go to the WhatsApp group. In the group description, you should see a form there. All right, you should see a form there. And the form is going to just, when you click on the link, it will open up where you can put in your details. So once I capture those details, the team will send you everything you need to know regarding the project. Okay, everything you need to know regarding the project. So yeah, and I guess there are some people in the project group I need to send an apology to, because it seems we're apologizing every day. So yeah, we need to send an apology to some people. So if you get an apology from us, know that we are thinking about you. All right then. Thank you guys for your time. It's 10:35 already. Thank you for your time, and please fill up the form, the one that we need your feedbacks to know what we are doing good and what we're doing wrong so that we can improve. And also fill up the form in the group description so that we can get your details. Okay. All right then. Thank you so much, everyone. And I'll see you in the next one on Friday. Bye-bye.